Gann. Morgan, Michaud. Sully, Laflam.
Okay, here we go. Tip controlled by Hazen. Jameson Lamarre, who did score a career high 35 points against Montpelier here on Saturday. Taken away by Spaulding. Luke Emmons looking for somewhere to go. Was trying to feed it to Morris. Taken away by Laflam. Sullivan tries to scoop. Follow up. Michaud doesn't go. Michaud gets his own miss. Comes back out. Fires over. Here's Hill. Lincoln Hill lights up the scoreboard with a 3 to kick things off here. On a great night for basketball. Packed house. Girls up on the far side. Big time points. There is a log jam at the top of Division III. I'll get into it when we get a little brief moment how close it all is. Spaulding, a Division II school, once again, as Montpelier was, so we pick up an extra point with a victory tonight. And the legendary Donnie Taylor with the whistle. Calling the backcourt. I know Donnie. Great guy. Donnie's a great guy. Our other two gentlemen refereeing, Joshua Smith and Kevin King, I do not know. But I know they refereed the JV game. It was a great JV game. Spaulding came away with a victory on that. Michaud with the layup. Makes it 5-zip. Hazen. Spaulding came away, I think it was like 57-53 in the JV. Great game. Great JV game. Here at the Den. Boys have one more game after this. Thursday at U32. That'll be another D2 Division II school. So Aaron looking to pick up some points. Make a run towards that Division III crown. It's tight. Hill, long 3, in and out.
Lance, could Hazen ever be considered for a D2?
I know a few years ago, Lake Region was D3, and they moved up to D2. I guess it would all depend on, you know, it would definitely be a little tougher road to haul. Not saying it's impossible, but I think travel might come into play a little bit. Up ahead, Michaud blocked out. I know in soccer, the girls move from D4 to D3, so it would all depend on circumstances. Michaud at the line. Foul called on Noah Scott. Michaud, first shot off. Celebrated our 3 seniors tonight, Ethan Gann, Morgan Michaud, and Sullivan Laflam. Second shot off the front of the rim. Michaud gets his own rebound. We're gonna have one more shot. Must have a violation, I'm gonna guess. It's usually what happens. Okay, that's what happens when you take your phone off airplane mode. Morgan Michaud signifying the next round here. 6-zip Hazen, 5:40 left to go in the first. One taken away by Hill, up quick, Lamarre. Jameson Lamarre, who has just put on a scoring display in the last few games. 31 against, I believe it was Lake Region, 35 against Montpelier. Here's a 3-pointer. Doesn't go, rebound Hill. Lamarre looking up ahead. Michaud couldn't quite handle that one. Michael, as I like to say, sitting up here on senior night with a tear in my eye. Ethan and Morgan, of course, you know, just stalwart standouts for us, but Sully with that Laker connection, that Lakeview Laker connection for me. Him and Lucas in the same class. The last of the original Lakers that, you know, that I knew well coming out. I'm sure there might be a few more scattered here, but Hill with the layup gives him 5 points and Hazen a 10-zip lead.
So Lance, we were approached by a Spaulding parent before the game, and she introduced herself, and I swore, she was like, "Were you calling the girls' game against Spaulding?" And I swore we were going to get in trouble for saying something. But she wanted to let us know that the hecklers are varsity boys players.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I remember those guys were great.
And I was like, juice them up, man. Get those guys yelling.
Yeah, those guys were phenomenal. All right, here's Noah Scott. Back to Peyton Farnsworth. Gets it over to Hayden Morris. Morris with Sullivan on him. Backs around, tries to get the turnaround, throws up a shot short. Rebound Michaud. Comes Lamarre over to Sullivan. Sully inside off the glass. Sullivan Laflam, his first points of the night. Hazen up 14-zip. 3:52 left to go in the first. Coach Thornton wants to take a timeout. Hazen currently with a record of 14-4, second place in Division 3. Randolph is in number 1 with 4.22 points. Hazen 3.94, and third is Woodstock with 3.78. Winooski fourth with 3.68, and lurking in fifth is Virginia's with 3.50. It's really anybody's ball game here in Division 3. We've seen it flip-flop. I mean, since Randolph beat us, they've pretty much stayed in first, but Hazen, Woodstock, and Winooski have been flip-flopping second, third, fourth place off and on. Spaulding at 4-13. They're 11th in Division 2. So, a lot at stake. A lot at stake here tonight. And in particular, Thursday night as well, down at U32. U32's got a little bit better record. So I think that one's going to be a tough game for us down there. Up on Gallison Hill Road in, I think it's still Montpelier. All right, here's Fletcher Finnegan, pass back out. Gets it to Farnsworth, cross court to Morris. Morris backs out, takes a look, gets it over to Scott. Scott hands off to Finnegan. Michaud on Finnegan. Finnegan, turnaround. Finnegan got a hand on it. Here's Hill with stuck ball. Finnegan made it look easy. Finnegan directing a little traffic. Gets the pass over. Scott turning inside. Cepeda. Long shot by Farnsworth didn't go. Lamarre up to Hill, closing in fast to Cepeda. Here's Sullivan. Got it over to Gann. We got a foul call. Push. Kevin King with the call. Jackson Lake in, and Farnsworth out for Spaulding. Hazen's going to inbounds underneath their own hoop. 2:38 left, up 14-zip. Hill in and out, rebound. Michaud gets tangled up. Another foul called. That one on Jackson Lake. Going to send Michaud to the line. First one good. Good one. 5 points for Morgan Michaud. Fletcher Finnegan with the ball. Gets it to Scott. There goes Morris trying to go inside. Michaud's going to get a hand on it. Scooped up. Cepeda shot off the glass. Still doesn't go. Wild bounce comes to Laflam. Laflam a little strong. Rebound Finnegan. He got tied up with Morgan underneath there. Finnegan pops back out, tries a three. Off the mark on that one. Here's Hill, dishes out Michaud. Michaud wants to drive inside. Nice move, a little strong off the glass. Rebound Morris. Morris bounced past to Finnegan. Finnegan back out, going to try another three. That one hits the rim. Rebound Cepeda. Comes Scott. Looking inside for Finnegan. Nice pass. Finnegan off the glass. Fletcher Finnegan. And we got a technical called. Technical called on Finnegan. I didn't see what happened. Were you looking at the floor? I was marking down my score. I don't know if he did something, said something. So we'll get, I believe, 2 shots and the ball after this. Lincoln Hill's going to take the shots. Good on his first one.
Kind of looks like Finnegan windmilled Michaud in the face.
Oh, okay. Okay. Showboating a little? Or just... I said I was marking down the score, and then next thing I saw was Kevin King teeing him up. Hill's second foul shot. Good. And now Hazen will get the ball on top of that. Well, whatever he did, they didn't like it. Here's Lamarre. Hands off, Michaud. Sullivan. Couldn't get it to drop. Rebound, Cutler Trombley. Gets it to Scott. Noah Scott with Sullivan on him. Over here on near side, Sapita drive inside, pass back out. Give and go with Finnegan and Trombley. Lake sets a pick. Here's Finnegan inside. Fletcher Finnegan inside. 18-4 with 27 seconds left here in the first. Lamarre, block. Finnegan. Finnegan, nice pass up ahead. Sapita got fouled by Sullivan. Sully's first. 16.3 left here in the first. Cats up 18-4. Pass back out, three-pointer. In and out by Noah Scott. Inside, didn't go. That'll end the first. Your score 18-4. Hazen leading the Crimson Tide of Spaulding. You're watching Hazen Wildcat Basketball on HCTV Channel 1080 and streaming worldwide and archived at www.hctv.us. Read about this game in the next edition of the Hardwick Gazette, your community-owned newspaper. Catch up on any Hazen sports action you missed on our YouTube page, Games Post next day. Sponsors tonight, Green Mountain Technology and Career Center, gmtcc.lsd.org. Jumpstart your future. The Village Restaurant, 472-5701, open daily, 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. Burdock Acres, 274-9237, a locally owned cut flower farm and full-service florist. Find them on the web at www.burdockacres.com. Hardwick House of Pizza, 472-3380. Calderwood Insurance, www.calderwoodins.com, offering outstanding service and protection since 1979. Buffalo Mountain Power Sports, 472-5522. We're proud to support Hazen Athletics. The Hardwick Academy Hazen Union Alumni Association. Save the dates. June 18th for the kickoff social at Hill Farmstead Brewery. June 19th, the Masters Memorial Golf Tournament in Greensboro. June 20th for the alumni reunion at Brochure Pavilion in Hardwick. Check out our new website, hardwickhazenalumni.com. WGDH, WGDR, Central Vermont Community Radio that keeps you locally tuned in. Listen in at 91.1 or 91.7 or listen live at WGDR.org. And a special shout out to Sullivan Laflam. Congratulations to Sullivan Laflam on his senior night. What a career at Hazen's he's had. We watch from the state of Georgia, and we feel proud every game. We love you. This message from Sassy, Ben, Abby, and AK. Michaud off the glass. 7 points for Morgan Michaud. And a 16-point lead for the Cats with 7:41 left in the first half. Fletcher Finnegan, man with the ball, responsible for all 4 of Spaulding's points. Donnie Taylor calls 5 seconds on Finnegan. Jameson Lamarre. Michaud, Morgan. Here's Hill. Lamarre back out. Michaud wants to go inside. Cutler Trombley called on the foul. Cats the inbounds underneath their own hoop. Morgan on the inbound. Stack play. Kobe Smith in now. Lamarre, oh, what a pass to Michaud. 9 points for Morgan Michaud. Sawyer Quinn getting ready to check in for Spaulding. Scott. Noah Scott passes back out. Cutler Trombley gets it to Finnegan. Finnegan, call a travel on Fletcher Finnegan.
Cannot catch a break tonight.
No. No, he's trying. Michaud, turnaround, gets it to Lamarre. Lamarre, jumper from the side. Nothing but net. Jameson Lamarre with 4 points. The pistol. Firing tonight. Finnegan drops that one over to Quinn. Quinn, top of the key. Turnaround. Jumper from the foul line. Doesn't go for Lake. Rebound Hazen. Michaud going to go inside. Gann with the rebound. Michaud just out-muscled. Just absolutely, I mean, Cutler Trombley was right on him, and he's he's no lightweight. Guy looks like a pretty strong guy, and Morgan just out-muscled him. But when you wrestle steers for fun, you know.
See, this is what I'm saying. I feel like the boys varsity, they play such good ball against D2 teams.
They do. They really do.
I really feel that they should be in D2.
5:27 left to go in the first half. Cats up 26-4. It was on this day, Michael, in 1927, Calvin Coolidge created the FCC.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, we're governed by the FCC, aren't we?
A portion of our broadcast
portion of our
is,
broadcasting is. So, Coolidge, of course, the 30th president, born in Plymouth Notch, Vermont.
Have you ever been to the homestead?
I have not.
It's very impressive.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Also born on July 4th, 1872, the only U.S. president born on July 4th. I would love to get down there and see that sometime.
I think that the state's historic preservation folks do a great job with all the historic sites we have in the state.
Absolutely. All right, Spaulding on the inbounds. Luke Emmons going to inbound. Drops it in. Cepeda over to Quinn. Wants to go inside. That's Lake. Stripped away by Gann. Gonna have a jump ball. Possession arrow is gonna give the ball to Spaulding. Gonna be Emmons on the inbound once again. Pitches back. Riley Morris in now as well for Spaulding. There's Noah Cepeda inside. Gets it taken away by Gann once again. Comes Noah Foster. Michaud. Take it away. Cepeda read that one. Michaud back. He's going to concede the hoop to Cepeda. Foster over to Hill. Hill inside. Michaud. Foster. Back to Kobe Smith. That one, Emmons got a hand on that one. Kobe. Inside Gann. He was looking. Morgan was cutting. He was looking to feed Morgan on the cut. Cepeda. Back here. Emmons. Gets it to Riley Morris. This is Quinn. Morris drops it to Emmons. Emmons backs out. And we're gonna have a backcourt. Morgan's going to come out. We've got Kobe, Sullivan, Lincoln, Jameson, and Noah Foster on the floor for us right now. Cross court, Hill. Back to Foster. Over to Lamarre. Lamarre, three-pointer off the rim. Rebound, Kobe Smith. Hill's going to try a three. Lincoln Hill, his second three of the game. 12 points for Lincoln Hill here in the first half. Here's Quinn. Quinn's a freshman. That's it back, Emmons. Out of the corner. That one drops for Hayden Morris. His first points of the game. Kobe Smith inside, Sullivan. Gets it to go that time off the glass. 4 points for Sullivan Laflam. Turnaround. Doesn't go. Rebound Hazen. Luke Emmons trying that shot for Spaulding. Emmons back on defense. Pass over. Sullivan off the glass. The Cats right now are like a Porsche with no brakes. Just unstoppable. Nice play. Noah Cepeda. Sullivan got a little bit in too far. Quinn. Morris to Emmons. Luke Emmons tries to get in through the double team, traveled. Noah Scott checks back in for Spaulding along with Mason Shatney. Riley Morris and Luke Emmons come out. Jameson Lamarre tried the no-look to Sully, didn't fool him. Up ahead, easy layup for Noah Scott. Lincoln Hill inside, Sullivan, Kobe Smith, pass back out. Foster's going to try a three. Noah Foster. He's a freshman. Here's Quinn inside, high off the glass, spins down, Sawyer Quinn. One freshman scores for us, a freshman answers back for them. Sullivan grabs the loose ball. Hill off. Spaulding player came flying right in front of him. Turn around, trying to bull his way in was Morris. Up ahead, Lamarre lays it in off the glass. 6 points for Jameson. 50 seconds left to go here in the first half. Here's Noah Scott back out. Quinn gonna try a three. Doesn't go. Rebound Foster. 35 seconds, plenty of time. Foster inside, Sully back out. Hill, Foster. Drops it to Sullivan. Sullivan's gonna take a short jumper. Sullivan, Laflam with 8 points. 25 seconds left to go here in the first half. Shatney back to Scott. 7 seconds, takes a three, doesn't go. Foster comes up with another rebound, gets it over to Lamarre. Lamarre off the glass, and at the end of the first half, it is your Hazen Union Wildcats leading by a score of 40-14 over the Spaulding Crimson Tide. You're watching live on HCTV, channel 1080 on your cable dial, streaming worldwide and archived at www.hctv.us. Our sponsors tonight, Green Mountain Technology and Career Center, gmtcc.lsd.org, Jumpstart Your Future. The Village Restaurant, 472-5701, open daily, 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. Burdock Acres, 274-9237, a locally owned cut flower farm and full-service florist. Find them on the web at www.burdockacres.com. The Hardwick House of Pizza, 472-3380. Calderwood Insurance, www.calderwoodins.com, offering you outstanding service and protection since 1979. The Buffalo Mountain Power Sports, 472-5522, are proud to support Hazen Athletics. The Hardwick Academy Hazen Union Alumni Association. Save the dates. June 18th for the kickoff social at Hill Farmstead Brewery. June 19th for the Masters Memorial Golf Tournament in Greensboro. June 20th, the alumni reunion at Brochu Pavilion in Hardwick. Check out their new website, hardwickhazenalumni.com. WGDH, WGDR, Central Vermont Community Radio. Community radio that keeps you locally tuned in. Listen in at 91.1 and 91.7 or listen live at WGDR.org. And a special shout out to Sullivan Laflam. Congratulations to Sullivan Laflam on his senior night. What a career at Hazen he's had. We're watched from the state of Georgia. We feel proud every game. We love you. That message from Sassy, Ben, Abby, and AK. Lance Hall with the call. Michael on tech. Lance McKenzie on camera. We'll be back at the start of the second half. Scott with 2, and Sawyer Quinn with 2. For Hazen, we got Noah Foster with 3. Ethan Gann, Laflam with 8, Morgan Michaud with 11, Lincoln Hill with 12 for our scoring totals. We celebrated our seniors before the game. Morgan Michaud, Ethan Gann, and Sullivan Laflam, and they have been doing good out here. Hazen is as well-oiled a machine tonight as we would see, which is good because, in case you missed it at the top of the program, we are currently in second place in Division III, but there is not a whole lot of wiggle room in there. And with Spaulding being a D2 team to pick up the extra point tonight. And then we finish our season Thursday night down at U32, another D2 school. Currently in second. Certainly don't want to fall any further back. Woodstock, Winooski, Virgins all breathing down our necks. Randolph at first with 4.22. Hazen second with 3.94. So there is, it all depends, wins and losses. Michaud, Sullivan inside, draws the foul. Foul I think is going to be called on Emmons, maybe. We'll see what our referee Don Taylor tells us. And it is. Sullivan's going to go to the line. I'll send out a special shout out to my son Lucas, who's slaving away up at Highland Lodge tonight, watching the game on the computer at the front desk. Sullivan off on his first one. Sullivan, second one good.
Lucas, by the way, was very interested in surprising you and embarrassing you.
I bet he was. I bet he was. He's going away to look at colleges. He's getting in. He wants to get into something you might be into, Michael. It's like, marketing, media, or something like that. You know what I'm talking about? Lucas, text me and tell me exactly what it is. I can never remember. Something to do with media and marketing. Shot off, rebound, Gann. Up ahead, Michaud makes the save back. Ball's gonna go to Spaulding. Marketing to be social media manager.
Social media manager, all right. It's a healthy amount of graphic design, I think, that goes into that.
Foul called on Jameson Lamarre. That's going to send Luke Emmons to the line. Emmons' first shot. Good. Second shot, good. First points of the night for Luke Emmons. Hill inside, back out, Sullivan. Three if it would have went. Rebound, Emmons. There's a long three-pointer. That one's going to go out of bounds. You know, Michael, if we get a break, we have talked before, I think during a baseball game, Lance McKenzie filled us in on his technical background, how cameraman and all that. We've talked about how I got started with school and DJing and radio. We need to hear about how you got into the tech stuff. Hill.
Yeah, sure.
Get a little break, fill us in, you know?
Yeah, just
during a timeout or something?
Yeah, toss me on whenever you want.
Yeah. Foster gets ready to check in for Hazen. Noah Scott pitches back. Caught by Morse. That's Shatney inside. Mason Shatney, his first points as a senior. Kobe Smith ready to check in as well for Hazen. Gann, Sullivan inside, Michaud back. Broken up by Scott. Up ahead, Cepeda blocked down by Hill. Lamarre for three. Jameson Lamarre. 9 points for Jameson Lamarre. 4:28 left to go in the third. Cats up 44-18. Here's Morris, got it over to Mason Shatney. Back to Noah Scott behind the back dribble. Goes inside, pass back out, three-pointer. Rattles in for Hayden Morris. 5 points for Morris on the night. Cepeda, man, he's in our zones. Michaud goes up. Foul called on Luke Emmons. Foster goes in. Sullivan's going to come out. Off on his first shot. Gann out, Kobe Smith in. Michaud, second shot goes. 12 points for Morgan Michaud. Here's Emmons. Gets it over to... Taken away, Hazen. Michaud comes up with it, blocked down. And all kinds of action out here. I think we're going to have a foul on Morgan on that one. Luke Emmons down. Scoreboard is now out. We'll have to get that fixed. So while we've got a little break in the action here, Michael, fill us in on your tech background.
Yeah, sure. It's a long story, kind of. It goes back to high school. I went to a great art school, high school in Raleigh, North Carolina called Enloe High School, and had the chance to take radio broadcasting courses, audio engineering, video production. So was doing a lot of that in high school. A couple of my classmates, some folks may know this show, the Tim and Eric Awesome Show, great job, an Adult Swim show. I had a few classmates that went on to be actual video producers and stuff like that, moved to LA. And I did college radio in high school. We saw a lot of live music, got really into audio engineering.
Yeah.
In college, did college radio for a long time. I did a lot of live musical performances, my own act. When I lived in Boston, and just sort of got into it and never left.
Nice.
Audio visual stuff.
You have definitely raised the bar for the broadcast here.
Oh, thanks, Lance.
I look over at times, I've had times where we're ready to go on and the stream goes down or something happens, and next thing you know, it's all fixed and we're back. So
yeah,
you perform well under pressure.
Oh, thanks, Lance. I will say one of my favorite things is when someone in the audience comes to tell us that the stream is down.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, we know.
Yeah. But we do love all of our viewers. Thanks so much for tuning in. HCTV is great because we have so much community support. So thanks to everybody, all 122 of you
who
are tuned in right now.
All right, Peyton Farnsworth and Jackson Lake coming in. Mason Shatney and Hayden Morris out for Spaulding. There's 3:11 left to go in the third. Scoreboard's back up and working. Hazen with the lead of 45-21. Jameson was looking for Michaud inside. Jameson got in that lane. Emmons gets it over. That's Lake. We got a whistle. Timeout taken by Coach Marcus Thornton for Spaulding. Let's see, what do I got here? Curling is cool day.
Oh, nice.
Did you see the cheese curling Saturday up at in Greensboro?
I didn't see the cheese curling.
I didn't. Well, we were here, but I saw it on the news. Like both Channel 3 and Channel 5 had crews up there.
I did see that there's been a lot of heat on the Canadian men's and women's team this year because they've been accused of double touching the granite,
right?
Which is a no-no.
Yeah,
I'm learning.
Diesel Engine Day, International Dog Biscuit Appreciation Day. I'm not kidding you.
All right.
National Banana Bread Day, National Tile Day. So, you know, give respect to the tile that we step on all the time. National Rationalization Day.
Okay.
I had to practice saying that a couple of times.
I guess when you go home and you eat a dog biscuit, to appreciate it, you'll have to rationalize it to
while
your
you're
life.
doing it. Exactly. Yeah. And it's also Play Tennis Day. Good luck doing that with 4 feet of snow out on the courts, you know? Oh, and I have a basketball note, too. Next break, we get a legendary story in basketball. We're going to go back to this day in 1985. Short shot, doesn't go, rebound. Hazen comes down with it. Hill up running, looks over cross court. Kobe Smith, nice touch. Couldn't quite get it to go. Follow up, Michaud. Didn't go. I thought it dropped through. All right, Lamarre back with it. We'll set things back up. Here's Foster. Inside, Michaud. Lamarre open for the three. Jameson, Lamarre, the pistol. 2 threes and 3 twos for Jameson. Gives him 12. Foul called on Morgan. That's his third with 1:57 left to go in the third. It's going to send Noah Scott to the line. Shooting 2. Good on his first one. Good on his second one. Sullivan back in. Morgan out. Well, I guess that was on the three-point attempt, so they're going to give him 3. Scott says, you give me 3 foul shots, I'm going to make all 3. Hill, long 3. He took that one from the bleachers. I mean, he was literally standing almost in front of the girls. Spita inside. He is quick inside. Got some nice inside moves. He's a sophomore. One to watch next couple of years. Hill. He is a Porsche with no brakes.
Wow, man.
And fuego.
And fuego. Lance, what else is unstoppable?
Turnaround. I tell you what, I thought Cepeda was going to be unstoppable there on that play. I don't know. You know, I looked up the rest of the lyrics of that song, and I could really apply nothing more other than "I win every single game" is another line in it.
But that's not true. You know, we
No,
can't,
you don't.
We can't
You can't
broadcast
say that. No, you can't say that. So you just got to say he's a Porsche with no brakes. He's unstoppable. What else would be unstoppable? Ooh, look at that. Riley Morris with a basket. Hill. The man can shoot threes. I will say this. Lincoln Hill on an Isaiah Bakerish run right now.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, Isaiah could nail the threes like that all day long. Or, you know what, down on the bench, Kevin Doyon. I used to call him Deadeye. I may have to rechristen Lincoln that. Thought about taking one more. Sullivan inside, high off the glass, doesn't get the roll. Rebound, Spaulding comes up with it. 20 seconds left here in the third. Turnaround spin, nice pass. Turnaround once again, beautiful play. Farnsworth, his first points of the game. That was a great inside passing and shot selection right there for Crimson Tide. 7 seconds left, Hill off on that one. He is stoppable, I guess. Sullivan takes a three, doesn't go right as the buzzer sounds at the end of three. Cats up 56-30. You are watching Hazen Wildcat Basketball on HCTV Channel 1080 on the cable dial, streaming worldwide and archived at www.hctv.us. You can read about this game and the next edition of the Hardwick Gazette, your community-owned newspaper. Catch up on any Hazen sports action you missed on our YouTube page. Game post next day. Sponsors tonight: Green Mountain Technology and Career Center, gmtcc.lsd.org. Jumpstart your future. The Village Restaurant, 472-5701, open daily, 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. Burdock Acres, 274-9237, a locally owned cut flower farm and full-service florist. Find them on the web at www.burdockacres.com. The Hardwick House of Pizza, 472-3380. Calderwood Insurance, www.calderwoodins.com, offering you outstanding service and protection since 1979. Buffalo Mountain Power Sports, 472-5522. We are proud to support Hazen Athletics. Hardwick Academy, Hazen Union Alumni Association. Save the dates. June 18th, the kickoff social at Hill Farmstead Brewery. June 19th, the Masters Memorial Golf Tournament in Greensboro. June 20th, the alumni reunion at Brochure Pavilion in Hardwick. Check out their new website, hardwickhazenalumni.com. WGDH, WGDR, Central Vermont Community Radio that keeps you locally tuned in. Listen in at 91.1 and 91.7 and listen live at WGDR.org. And a special shout out to Sullivan Laflam. Congratulations to Sullivan Laflam on his senior night. What a career at Hazen he's had. We've watched from the state of Georgia. We feel proud every game. We love you. That message from Sassy, Ben, Abby, and AK. All right. Last quarter. Cats up 26 points. Sort of been in control pretty much from the outset of this game, but Spaulding hanging tough. You know, they're playing, giving it their all. Farnsworth loses dribble, gets it back. Underneath, short shot, didn't go for Shatney. Sullivan back. Hill going to try a three from this side, short. Rebound Shatney. Sawyer Quinn. Hill with 21 points now, courtesy of those 3 threes in the third. Lamarre with 2 threes in the third. Puts him up to 12. Blocked down, Hill. Gets it back, Kobe Smith over to Lamarre. Lamarre inside. Jameson Lamarre. Taken away, Lamarre. Taken back by Spaulding. Farnsworth pitches back. Sapita hangs, nice shot. I am excited to watch him play next year as a sophomore. Up ahead. Chase Newell in for Hazen. Lamarre, Jameson Lamarre. Inside, outside, I mean, just complete player. Rebounds, steals, intercepts passes, shoots a three, shoots inside. Turnaround. Farnsworth, rebounds, Sullivan. Over to Lamarre. Kobe Smith, no look pass, Kobe underneath. Cats putting on a show. Here's Quinn. And Kobe Smith's going to get rung up on that one.
This is what I'm saying, Lance. We're watching a D2 team.
Yeah. Hayden Morris getting ready to check in for Spaulding or for Hazen. We got Morgan, Michaud, Ethan Gann, and Jeter, the Jeet man, the Jeter Ruski, the Jeetmeister, Jeter Demers. Quinn short on his first shot. Lincoln Hill, Jameson Lamarre. Out. Quinn, good on the shot. Sully, Quinn got a hand on it. Newell gets it over to Jeter. Jeter's been out the last few games. Broke his wrist a few games ago. You see the cast on it. The Jeetmeister doesn't get it to go. Rebound Shatney.
A few weeks ago?
Yeah. It was a game, I'm trying to remember, they were kind of rolling around on the floor for a loose ball and ended up breaking his wrist.
Man. That's the power of youth.
Yeah. Turnaround Shatney doesn't go, gets fouled. Noah Foster getting ready to check in. Joshua Smith holds him up till after the shot. Shatney at the line. Shatney good on his first one. Chase Newell comes out. Foster in. Shatney good on his second one. Here's Foster. Sullivan inside. Michaud turnaround too much. Shapita comes down with the rebound. Michaud takes it away from him. Misses his shot. Gann comes down with it. Morgan almost takes out the referee. I mean, that was a Stan Hansen Lariat right there. Morgan's having a good time. The heck, it's a senior, it's senior night. So on this day in 1985 at the University of Indiana Stadium, Bobby Knight in a game against Purdue. I'll finish the story at the next break. Sullivan, Laflam off on the three. Rebound, Cepeda. We got a player down for Spaulding back here. And referee Kevin King's going to take a timeout. I didn't see his number. I didn't see what happened. He went down. He's staying down. Coach Thornton out to check on him. We'll hope he's okay. He's back up. Is that number 11? Mason Shatney. University of Indiana was playing Purdue, and the officials called like 6 fouls on Indiana within like the first 5 minutes. Coach Knight was a little upset, but at the same time, he was doing a lot of standing, so he saw an elderly lady across the court who he thought needed a chair to sit in. So he threw the chair across the court during one of the foul shots. So he claims, you know. That's the story that Bob tells you. God rest his soul. We lost him a short time ago. Turnaround, Sullivan dips underneath. Can't get it to go. Sullivan gets his own rebound. Looking to go somewhere with it. Michaud streaks in, makes a play. One of the more infamous events in college basketball. Got a little frustrated. He got teed up. He got thrown out of the game. Indiana lost the game. But yeah, he was a little frustrated with all the fouls. So when one of the Purdue players lined up to take a foul shot, Bobby just threw the chair across the court, but claimed there was an elderly lady who said, "Coach, if you're not going to sit in that chair, could I have it?"
See, and haven't we all had a simple act of service be misinterpreted as acting out against authority?
That's right. Exactly, you know. Newell getting ready to check back in. Jeter, Gann to Foster. 3:20 left to go in the game. Michaud hands off to Jeter. Pass inside. That one was hot to the Jeepmeister. Got to be careful with Jeter with that wrist. It's a little tender. And Morgan Michaud comes off the floor. 3:04 left. Senior night. Morgan, I tell you, that man brings his lunchbox to every single game and works. Finishes it up with 14 points. Gann. Sullivan. Foster swings it to Newell. Back to Gann. I think the crowd wants Ethan to try a three. He's going to try one. Off the top of the backboard. A for effort. It's his senior night. He can do that. Foster. Jeter. Underneath. Newell. Chase Newell. His first points of the game with 2:20 left. 66-35 your score. Quinn, I believe, got fouled. I'm going to call it on Jeter. Kobe Smith in, Ethan Gann, Mr. Subtle, as I've coined him. He just gets underneath it. Next thing you know, he's got a shot, he's got a rebound, he's making something happen. And he gets out on the floor before the game at times and sings the anthem with his family. And Sullivan, Laflam. I remember him up in the Lakeview gym playing basketball up there. Time has gone by so fast, so fast. Just an outstanding young man, all three of them. Sullivan, I've had the opportunity to interview him a couple of times, just so composed.
Sully came up into the booth during the soccer season this year, I'm pretty sure.
I've had him this year and last year. Great kid.
It's always really nice to have our student athletes up.
Absolutely. So you think about it, you know, there's three really special people right there.
I think the thing that I talked about this game or two ago, but the thing that really strikes me about the Hazen squad is that they work as a single entity.
Yeah, absolutely.
And on the court, I think they all have their specialties, especially Ethan, Morgan, and Sully. But there doesn't seem to be, I don't know how it operates in the locker room or during practice, but
all right, up ahead. Shot taken by Quinn, that one off. Blocked. Morris can't get the layup to go, 48 seconds. Foster throws one in off the glass. 5 points for Foster. Kobe Smith comes over, fouls Noah Scott. 33.1. And ladies and gentlemen, our latest Michaud to take the court in a varsity game. Talon he's a sophomore. Underneath, doesn't go, rebound. Here's Foster, 20 seconds. He was trying to get it to Talon. I've seen Talon hit a bunch of threes in JV. He can shoot from outside. Scoop shot by Spaulding, and that's gonna end it. No, 3 seconds. Talon takes the three, short. Final, 68-37. Cats push their record to 15-4. Spaulding drops to 4-14. What a game, what a night. Once again, celebrating our three seniors. Morgan, Michaud, Ethan Gann, and Sullivan, Laflam, in a great game, a great regular season finale. We, by all intents, will get a boys home playoff game that'll probably be next week. Boys still have one more game Thursday night down at U32 to play against